Somewhere
Hello,
lost.
everybody.
We should have really clarified what we were going to be doing first for an intro. Hi. We're not doing a stream this time. We're doing what I'm calling Side B for Session 1.
Alright, I'm sorry. I will mute my headphones so you can do your...
No. I don't even really have an intro. I was kind of just going to make up one on the spot.
Okay, I thought you were well...
No,
not streaming, but...
No, we're just doing a recording and I'll just upload it later or something.
Fair. Alright, my bad.
No, you're fine. I didn't even tell you what I was planning. That's on me.
Just like a theatrical intro in a world. Hello, everybody.
You're not wrong, because I also have my heist music playing, which is this like somber, tense situational music. Like, hi everyone.
Hi, everybody. I'm captured.
Let's go have fun in prison. Spoilers. Yeah, we're doing a little one-shot one-off with Sunspot and Talon.
Sorry for ruining the intro.
No, it's fine. Literally, I have nothing written down for the intro. There was nothing to be ruined. Alright.
Oh, man.
Let's get this on the road.
Right.
Somewhere in parts unknown, Talon, your body aches, your wounds are sore, your stomach grumbles, your eyes are heavy, but your brain is telling you to wake up. As you wake up, Talon, go ahead, restore yourself to 1 hit point and make sure you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay. 1 hit point, and yep, the condition of exhaustion's already there.
Yep. Alright.
My head. Where am I?
You wake up inside a dimly lit, small stone crevice on a simple pulled leather cot, among 4 others. And you see across the way, chained to the floor by 1 ankle, resting on another, not in her armor, but just plain common clothes, Dylan, seemingly asleep. No sign of Shifty, her little gecko companion, and you feel something around your ankle as well, as you look down to see that you too have been chained to the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the map for you.
Well, this doesn't feel familiar. Yeah, this place is pretty small.
Yeah, very cramped in here.
Are there any, like, bones or anything just lying around on the ground?
No, this place looks pretty damn swept clean.
Damn it.
Each square is a 5-foot space. The only real square that you can currently move to is the square currently in front of you. So, like, right there, that's where you can move. Or the bed behind you. That's pretty much it.
Got it. So whatever's like in or whatever's like right here, I can't reach.
Exactly. You can't reach into the next square. You're too short.
Gotcha. Okay. Bed. What's the bed looking like?
Very simple, very plain, no sheet. It is just like a pulled taut skin on a simple bed frame.
On a bed frame.
Yeah, it's like a simple, shoddy wooden bed frame.
Okay. I'm assuming there's like no metal bits in the bed frame.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Alright. Very closely you find... You actually start lifting up the bed. You realize you see like grooves in the floor of dust. Someone deliberately did a clean sweep. But then you find a loose screw jammed underneath one of the legs of the bed. That seems to be attaching like the little rubber foot thing that keeps it from sliding.
Okay.
That could be pulled up, but that would take some time, considering you have no screwdriver or tools.
I am gonna try to pull it out.
Okay, are you doing this quietly?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, give me a stealth check.
Okay, stealth.
I was not expecting this. Alright.
Fuck.
9, alright. I'm gonna look at some stats here. Okay. Okay, now I want a strength check to try to get the screw out with your bare hands. Keep in mind you only have the one rage from previous combat still. 19. Yeah. There's a bit of like squeaking and wood creaking, but you feel like no one's around at the moment. And eventually you do manage to pry it out. What do you want to do with this? It's about like 2-inch long screw.
2-inch long screw. Okay. I'm gonna try to pick the lock on my ankle, if there is one. Is there a lock? Just to verify before I try anything. Is there a lock on my ankle?
Yes, there is a lock on there. Let me just roll for this really quickly. Okay. It is too small for your screw. Your screw is a bit too wide for lock picking.
Okay.
Screw may be used for some other purpose you may have later.
Got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the screw in my hair.
Okay, for that I want a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Alright, 10. Okay. It pokes the back of your skull a little bit, but you feel confident it's hidden.
Okay. And with that, I'm gonna call over to Dylan. Like, hey, Dylan, wake up.
Dylan doesn't seem to be stirring at the moment.
Oh, for the love of... Wake up! thought I was asleep yet. Well, hey,
You see a
anyone out
shadow.
there?
You see a shadow appearing outside the jail cell. Seems to be one of the hobgoblins in armor. Kind of peeks in, sees that you're awake.
What's going on here?
Kind of ignores you and then walks off.
Hey, you hear me talking to you? You want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
At this point, Dylan begins to stir a bit.
Oh, good. You're finally starting to wake up. We got problems.
Dylan begins, like, looking around, kind of just waking up, and kind of just hits her where we are.
Yep.
The first thing Dylan does is kind of clutch their chest. Where's my armor? Where are we?
Hey, one question at a time. Do I look like Mekar? Okay. First things first. We've most likely been captured. There was a hobgoblin earlier and he didn't say anything or let me go. Secondly, they most likely took your armor because, well, from first-hand experience, you're pretty dangerous with it.
I need that or we're all in danger.
Danger is in you're gonna blow up?
It has anti-scrying capabilities.
In common, please?
It prevents people from using magic to find out where I am. Which is why I've been sleeping in it every night.
Oh. And I'm guessing the people you're trying to take down before were the ones that were looking for you.
I'm not trying to take them down, I'm trying to run away from them.
Oh. Well, that's not good. Especially given the fact that I have no idea how long we've been here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, this could, play in our favor. If they're currently looking for you, then that means someone's going to bust in here, which could cause just enough of a distraction for us to escape.
Talon, that would be very bad. They would kill you, they'd kill everyone here, and I'd get dragged back home.
They'd have to catch me first.
Dylan gives you a half-stare gestures to where you are.
Right. Alright then. Plan B. And I'm gonna try to grab the chain and just try to yank it out of the wall.
Okay. Give me a strength check. You know what? No. I gotta double check the rules of chains. I believe it's like a DC 20 check. It's either strength or dexterity. Chain. Not that chain. I need a different. Manacles. I did all this research earlier. Okay. Okay, to escape the manacles requires a DC 20 dexterity sleight of hand check as an action. Breaking them requires a DC 25 strength athletics check. So sleight of hand or athletics, your choice.
Okay, athletics. What's my... Nope. Even with athletics, I would... Even if I got a nat 20, it'd only go up to 23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind then.
You've had experience with manacles before, so...
Yeah. More like a false hope kind of situation.
It's like, surely these manacles aren't as good as the ones I was used to. Yep, no, wait, they're just as good.
Never really had to do this before, at least not often. Now I'm gonna have to think. We're trapped in a dungeon with people that may or may not be on their way to kill us all and drag you back to wherever it is you came from. However, we are the only ones that were captured. Which also leads to the possibility that the others may or may not be trying to find us. However, I don't have any scrying thing, so they can't exactly track me.
Well, didn't Nightwolf ask the old lady for scrying help?
Oh yeah! Mecha sugar mama.
What? She gives you a confused look.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll fill you in later.
Okay.
They could, so then they could be on their way too. But what happens if the group that's looking for you and the group that's looking for me end up crossing paths?
I think they'd likely kill most of our friends. Except maybe Mekar, I don't know. Point of mention? Nightwolf was looking for me.
Well, I guess you're the important one then.
Yeah, at this point you do recognize that, yeah, Dylan's bandana is not on her head.
I'm gonna like squint a bit. It's like, oh, you're the one that fucker wanted me to find.
Who? What?
Okay. So, you might want to sit down for this.
She already is. There's not much really else she can do, but sit.
Well, there's one other person looking for you. From what Mekar found out, that person was an archfey.
Archfey?
And when I picked up that purple sword, he took over my body and specifically requested me to bring you back to Hamil Daw'l by any means necessary.
Okay. I was already planning to go there after I...
No.
Did he say why?
Nope. It wasn't an after, it was get your ass to Hamil Daw'l no matter what. Meaning you didn't get to finish your business back in Galebin's den. Which is why I was specifically trying to keep you at the inn.
I'm gonna have Dylan do a check very quickly. Oh, this will be good. Okay. Archfey tend to not leave the Feywild. You're saying there's one in a Hamil Daw'l somewhere?
Somewhere. Apparently his reach goes outside of Hamil Daw'l. Given the fact that purple sword he had control over, which allowed him to take control over me, which sucks, by the way. Don't recommend it.
Patrons tend to have an ability when they grant boons to be able to expand their reach through their boons. I know that in my research on the extraplanar.
Talon's just gonna like blink at her.
It's like a spider web, except he can only travel across the web. So he has to shoot out make more little webs, and then he can kind of just expand his reach from those, in a way.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense, given how creepy he is. But yeah, spell was broken thanks to the church, and yeah, kind of don't know what we're gonna do if we get back to Hamil Daw'l. If you get your armor back, maybe he still won't be able to find you, or the others.
Right.
First things first, it's trying to find your armor. That's the most important. Because I don't want to die, and I also don't want my friends to die either. You wouldn't happen to have any, pins or anything on you, would you?
For what?
Gonna like hold up a manacle. Maybe you could pick a lock.
I don't think this would work, but it's made of plants, and she kind of reaches up towards like the side of her head where there's a light blue flower pin.
Oh, pretty.
My friend gave
magic?
this to me. Well, no, it's just made from a rare plant back from where my friend comes from.
Okay. Well, what does it do?
Nothing really. It's just the plant only really blooms in thunderstorms, apparently. She pressed some petals and made a hairpin for me.
Well, don't need to go breaking that. Clearly it's important.
I wish she was here. She looks sad.
Not exactly good with the whole comforting thing, but everything will be okay. I'm sure of it.
Two figures walk in, two hobgoblins specifically. One in metal armor and the other in this dark leather outfit with sharp bits everywhere.
Well, well, well. If it isn't my old friend, Shiny and Pokey. Oh, it's this one.
Yeah, it's this one. Gotta find the thing for this guy. Am I hearing you two wish to break out?
What? No! We're trapped in a room against our will, chained to a wall. Why would we ever want to break out? This is heaven, idiot.
Yes, precisely. But I'm even more so curious. Grab the girl. They begin grabbing Dylan and start dragging her outside.
Shit, I can't. Okay. How far is this iron? Okay, so I can only move. So this is as far as I can go. I can't go here.
Yeah. You can't reach You can't reach to anything outside of that square where you are right now.
Son of a bitch! Ah! So even if I were to try, I would end up just tripping and falling over on my face trying to stop him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I want to speak to who's in charge. That would be me. What a coincidence, I want to speak to you as well.
You're the one in charge.
For the time being, yes. My armor. Where is it? With the rest of our armors. Why does it matter to you, man cub? There are some bad people after me, and if they find me here, they'll kill all of you. I don't want that to happen. Please, just let me wear enough so that it will work and we'll all be that much safer.
She's not kidding.
So you're saying I should be scared of you? No, not me.
Nope.
The people, they're coming to looking for me. They're the. And the hobgoblin grabs Dylan by the throat and slams her against this wall. Are you
I'm gonna
threatening me?
yell at them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna yell over in Goblin, hey, she's not threatening you. I've dealt with these people before. She's not lying. If they get here, they'll kill us all.
I'll get to you.
Every last one of us.
I'll get to you in a moment. Speak out of turn again. And I will cut off some fingers. And you hear the familiar shing of your Vanguard bracer as it appears that the Hobgoblin Iron Shadow is wearing it.
Oh, you mother. I'm gonna have some fun with you. Alright.
She turns back to Dylan. You must have a skewed perspective of where you are right now, because I know the exact type of people you are. Butchers and thieves. Dylan begins bawling and is panicking, trying to flail to get out of her grasp, but she cannot. I want an insight from you real quickly, Talon.
Oh no. I'm not good at these.
Don't worry, DC's low for this, because you're inciting Dylan. You've fought with Dylan, both alongside and against, in a small duel. Dylan often holds themselves with a bit of strength and power. There is a significant abnormal lack of strength in the way that she's moving right now. Much more than a simple exhaustion would do. I'm sorry. Sorry? No, don't be. In fact, allow me to help you. And she begins raising up the arm blade towards Dylan's eyes. You hear the pitter-patter of footsteps as a kobold goes outside your cell door.
Hey, who are you?
Meanwhile, this Iron Shadow is threatening to take out Dylan's eyes.
Hey, whoever you are. I'm speaking out of turn. Leave her alone.
She does like a head motion towards the other hobgoblins, and they go to you. Learn your place, runt. And they begin to like try to hold you down.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna fight back, obviously.
All right. They're trying to grapple you, so you're currently bound. Athletics check at disadvantage.
Athletics disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Please roll low.
Yeah, no, they grab you by both arms and turn your head up so that you can watch.
Shit. Shit. Okay. Fuck, I only have one rage left. Like, don't have a choice right now.
As the Iron Shadow's
Okay.
blade gets 2 inches closer to Dylan's face, you hear a voice out in the hallway. Warp! That is enough. And the Iron Shadow brings the blade down and resheaths it. You hear outside the sound of very heavy metal boots. As a very old as fuck drow appears outside the cell with a kobold behind him.
Oh my gosh, it's Brother Blood.
I have no idea who that is.
Don't worry about it. It's a Teen Titans villain.
Oh, OG? Or is it Teen Titans Go?
Hell no. Why would I ever mention that dog water TV show?
I
The
don't know.
OG.
Good, okay. I don't remember from Teen Titans very much.
Hang on. Well, you continue. I'll find a picture of him.
Sure. This drow in heavy armor appears, and the hobgoblins begin to start standing at attention. They still have a hold of you, however, the regular mooks. I've heard enough. Bring this one to my chambers at the chapel. And the warriors let go of you and go to grab Dylan and drag her out. Dylan is in tears at this point, by the way.
As like she's getting like dragged away, it's like,
Hey, don't worry. I'll figure something.
What?
did you catch that?
Yeah, I heard you. Dylan didn't say
Okay, just wanted to check.
anything. She is.
Yeah. That's
She
fair.
was out of it. Like, not even like murmuring, crying, just tears down her face, blank eyes, terrified. Of whether it's the hobgoblins or these people coming after her, you don't know. Warp, find this alleged magical armor, bring it to the entrance of the chapel, have your shaman examine it. If the shepherds are right about the bounty and this armor is real, we may have to consider relocation. And the hobgoblin Iron Shadow bows and begins to leave. Oh yeah, I remember him briefly.
Okay. Shoot.
You are dismissed, Dirt. Kobold goes away. Then the drow begins to walk into your cell and closes the door behind him. The very loud clang.
Can I help you with something?
The shepherds said you were not likely part of our forces or had abrupt change of heart. I see neither is the case. Plus, you're the wrong color. Far too well equipped to be one of my simple infantry. And he holds up and looks at a small, familiar ox head symbol in almost a presentory fashion.
Talon's just gonna like narrow her eyes as she's like looking at him.
I will admit, based on what I was told, you struck down one of those mindless brutes of theirs in an attempt to save the human butcher.
She's not a butcher.
Why? Because she hasn't killed you?
She hasn't killed anyone. She quite specifically hates fighting. I had to convince her to spar with me.
It does not seem deterred by your words. It's rather fascinating, hearing that also one of your kind having been granted access to a divine strength. Apparently by a god of farming of all things? Holds up the little symbol, which you realize is your Valorant symbol you've had forever.
Yeah. That's why I like narrowed my eyes. It's like, okay, this guy knows something, but what?
I am curious about you. Goblins don't really get divine power like you and I do. I wonder what would happen if you received power from a different god, or stray from your current path, and you hear a loud crunching sound as his fist closes around the idol and dust and small useless pieces begin to fall to the floor.
So you broke a piece of wood. Huh. Is that it? Is that all you came in here for? Look,
Oh,
I don't know.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't know what you think, or what you think you know. But I can tell you this. Whatever it is you have planned, it's not gonna work.
I wouldn't be so certain of that. Tell me. What do you know of the ritual that took place in Galebin's Den a few days ago?
Depends on the ritual.
There was one done by one Amaris. An elfin man about as old as myself. White skin, black eyes.
Oh, him. Yeah, he freed me from Archfey.
Give me a deception check.
I mean, it's not really a deception, but sure.
That's not what happened a few days ago. That was like a week and a half ago.
You
That's
really think
outside the
Talon
range of what he
knows
asked.
Come on. Fuck!
Yeah, alright. He claps his hands together twice. So you're not one for confiding things. Shame. I have resources to burn today, so I might as well burn you with them if you're not going to be compliant. Two different hobgoblins begin to come in and grab you once more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to fight again, hopefully with I'll be a better result.
Alright, disadvantage again.
You said it was athletics?
Yep.
Come on, please.
Alright, these guys get a +2 to their saving throws. Yeah, alright. You managed to hold out a lot better, but you're tired. And you're a lot smaller than these guys.
Damn you, exhaustion!
They begin to hold you down, put you on your knees, and then hold out one of your arms straight and splay your fingers out a little bit, which is a little weird. Then the paladin comes forward and is going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Huh?
You regain 7 hit points.
Oh no. Oh no, that's not good.
As he touches the back of your hand, you suddenly feel a lot better. Do you say anything, or do you just sit there? Yep, alright. As soon as
if you were just gonna start with healing me, I would have been a bit more compliant.
As soon as you open your mouth, with little effort, he breaks back one of your fingers backwards, and you're going to take unarmed damage. So you take 4 bludgeoning damage as one of your fingers is bent backwards. Let's try this again. The ritual. The one where someone was brought back to life with Aristel's light. Tell me what you know. Or shall I break the girl's fingers instead?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, clerics and healers aren't scary. Fuck yeah, they aren't.
Okay. You wanna know something? That really hurt.
How observant.
The ritual required some things that we had to go get.
Yes, a diamond. Who was it used on?
If I tell you, will you let the girl go?
You're really not in the position to be making deals. Sunspot, how many hit points do you have?
4.
Great, he's gonna lay on hands you to 1, and you're gonna take 4 more bludgeoning damage as he breaks another finger.
Ah! Ah! You really don't get it, do you? Kill me, and you don't get any answers.
Exactly why I'm not killing you. Or perhaps I could interrogate the girl instead, though she does not seem as strong-willed as you are.
She's definitely smarter than you. Jeez, took you this long to figure out that it was me? Kinda need these fingers.
Alright, you heal 7 more hit points, another 4 minus taken away as he breaks another finger.
Oh, come on! It was! Headstrong goblin been alive for this long? You really think that it wasn't fused on me?
Give me a deception check.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
You are not fooling this guy. This guy is a pro.
Of course, the dice works well for the other party, but then when it comes to me, I just get fucking bullshit.
Well, that and his insight is skyrocketed above yours.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you're down 3 fingers.
Uh,
I hope you're keeping track of your hit points.
He keeps bringing it back down to 1. Like, he raised it back up to 4, actually, no, this last time he brought it up to 5. It was, like, brought back down to 1 again.
Yep.
okay. Maybe you aren't as dumb as you look.
I've been around for 700 years. How stupid do you think I could possibly be, Goblin? Answer the question. Who was resurrected at the ceremony?
I'm not telling you anything.
What else does he have in his kit? Alright, he's gonna cure wounds you again, breaks fingers again.
How much cure wounds was it?
You heal 5 this time. And then subtract 4, so you heal 1 total.
Yeah, back down to 1 again.
Yep.
You know, I may not be good at counting. You're starting to run out of fingers.
Yes, fingers, and there's also limbs, and also your friend's fingers, and her limbs as well.
I may not be that smart, but from how you took her away, seems like you need her. Which is why you're torturing me instead of her right now. I mean, come on. If it was really that important, you would have let the other goblin poke her eye out.
He's gonna lay on hands 4 points and immediately take them away. You breaks your thumb now. He's gonna move on to your other hand.
Come on, that was my favorite hand.
Sunspot, I would like at this point a wisdom saving throw. As your body is now recoiling from all of this pain. Because he's purposely keeping you conscious, he's not healing actual damage or pain.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I want you to roll higher than 7.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? I have a -1.
Because that's slightly more than how many fingers you have remaining.
Come on, dice, please.
Yeah, you can't take this anymore. You need your hands. You've lived by your hands. It's how you were able to fight with your hands. You don't... It's also your body's just telling you. Danger signs.
Okay. Alright. The ritual required a diamond, and the one who got brought back was one of my friends. He died. We needed to bring him back. That's what the ritual was for.
He leans in close, while still holding onto your new thumb. Description. Now.
Tall. Really tall. Talks a lot. I mean, really a lot. And has, like, scars on his face. Think he says from, like, an explosion or something. Typically wears a mask.
Tall wears a mask. I remember striking down one such as that. Half giant.
He's only half?
Some people call it a Goliath.
Oh. Yeah.
Interesting. I do hope I do not aim too close to its heart. And if you're his friend, well, I would imagine you would hope so as well, considering he folded like paper. Next question. Finally.
Great. More questions.
What was the Ceridian doing in Gilban's den?
The what?
The girl. And you feel a lot of pressure on your thumb suddenly.
Look, I didn't know what her name was. I only know her as Dylan. Fuck.
Give me a persuasion check.
Why? Why?
kind of just rolls his eyes and releases some of the pressure on your thumb. It's a boy's name for humans.
I don't know human names. I haven't exactly interacted with them much.
What was this Dylan doing there?
She was running away from the group of people that's currently on their way here to kill us all. That special armor kept them from finding her.
A human of the United Church of Seridae, running to a town full of Underdark people. I highly do not believe that to be the sole reason why she ran there specifically. Above Game Sunspot, do you not remember what Dylan told you?
Fuck, where's my notebook?
Because Dylan said something very specific.
So many notes in this damn book. No, that's not it.
Yep.
Where is it? Where is it? Note to self, keep different sessions in different notebooks.
Or just like get some bookmarks or sticky notes for like each session, like session 1, session 2.
Right.
Would you like a hint?
Please, because I can't find it.
Dylan said she was looking for something. Something that got corrupted.
Oh, the temple.
Who said she was there to cleanse a temple? Apparently got corrupted by someone or something.
Intriguing. Did the cub give any descriptions of this temple?
Not particularly.
There's a bit of a pause before he asks his next question. Should your allies be alive, including this half-giant, do you believe they would come looking for you, or even try?
Me? No. Her? Yeah.
Interesting. So you're not valuable to them?
I'm their muscle.
Apparently you have a city ID
dragon.
card.
Yeah? What of it?
Is there anyone important in the city that knows where you are, or are expecting you to return at a certain point?
A few people, yeah. I'm part of a guild.
One of the hobgoblins stands up and grabs like a piece of paper. Starts writing something down. I want names.
Okay. This could either go really good or really bad, depending on the name that I give. I don't like these people, and I kind of want to fuck with them a bit. But I also don't know who exactly they're working for.
Well, you have exactly 15 chances left. 5 of your fingers, 10 of Dylan's. Your call.
Okay. First one. The most important one. and I mean the most important. You do not fuck with this guy. Okay? You listening?
He doesn't. His expression doesn't change.
Okay, I get it. You're old, so I have to speak a little louder. Are you listening?
That is your pinky gone now.
You are one bona fide bastard. Ugh. Bedlam. That's his name.
His brows furrow intently. I beg your pardon.
You heard me. Bedlam.
And why is that?
Simple. I was nice to him. Told him that he could come and go from our areas he saw fit. You know, in exchange for information. He likes the girl. And he wants her back in town. I was the one tasked with bringing her back.
He lets go of your hand.
Okay.
What is your armor class?
14.
Okay. Suddenly his hand is around your throat and you are now held up against the wall now. What do you know of the Fell Fae? And even the warriors are surprised.
Well, he's really weird. He drinks steam for some reason. And every time he's around, food tastes like dirt.
Talon, I want an insight check from you, briefly.
Okay. Almost clicked passive insight. Insight. Okay, there it is.
Passive insight, there's no rush. 12. He was in control of the entire situation before. Mentioning Bedlam seems to have pissed him off.
Shit.
He
Again,
already...
this could either be really good or really bad.
Hold on. You said your armor class was 13 or 14?
14.
Alright. He takes his other fist and knocks you out unconscious.
Ah, fuck. Well, that's the end of Talon. Alright, guys, had a good stream. See you later.
Not necessarily, no. I was not expecting that, okay. Shit may have just gotten a lot more interesting.
I mean, hey, better knocked out than dead, I guess.
Yeah,
This wasn't exactly the way I thought it was going either.
Yeah, no, that was... Oof. Okay.
So like, okay, if they invoke the wrath, my thought is like, okay, they invoke the wrath of Bedlam. He's gonna like do some fuck shit with them. And now, due to some minor confirmation, they don't like him very much.
Seems they're already familiar with that name.
Yeah, so...
Oops. time passes, so Spot, I want you to go ahead and apply a short rest to you.
Short rest. Okay. I clicked short rest. Why is it saying take a long? Oh, duh. My bad. I actually did click long rest, and I. Hate when that pull down thing shows up. Like I didn't even go up that high. Okay, short rest. Take short rest. Idiot, you're supposed to click one of the dice. Oh.
After you do that, I want you to roll.
Okay, there we go.
After you do that, I want you to roll an extra 1d6 and add that to your healed hit points. As you hear a gentle song as you're resting.
Five. Okay. So I'm back up to 10.
Alright. You regain consciousness.
A bit higher.
My head and my fingers.
Your fingers are slightly mangled, but they're usable, I guess. They're not gonna be fully usable until you get like a full long rest. You're still exhausted level 1.
Yep. Definitely feels like home. Or what was my home. Ow.
I'm gonna look around.
Okay. At this point, you're no longer chained to your bed location, so you can move around in this room as much as you want, really. But you're still like manacled at the ankles. So your token's unlocked now.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I can now move around the room.
Yes. Yeah, past
Yeah,
that,
pink,
past
pink,
that
pink,
rug,
pink.
you can't move. Past that, there's a door there.
Yeah, the gate right here. So like
yeah.
painting. All right, so
Yeah,
I
let
can
me
like
just
walk around the south.
yeah, let me just remove some fog of war now that you can actually look out here. There are 2 hobgoblin warriors like near your cell bars. Let's get a ruler. See.
Can I tell if they were the ones that were like with the old guy?
Perception check.
Perception.
It's kind of hard to get their facial features because they're taller than you, but no, the armor's different. Seems like all their armor is like uniquely made for them out of what they have.
Okay.
There you go. The one directly outside your cell notices you. Kind of turns back to his post, ignoring you. You do hear some gentle, like, singing off over to the north.
Does the singing sound familiar?
No, not really, no.
Okay.
But it's pleasant. It's not a language you
better
understand.
Yeah, it's better than hearing these two hobgoblins breathe. Okay. I can move around. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna try to make an investigation check in the room now that I'm like free.
Okay.
See if I can find anything that's like loose.
Okay. Investigate anything specific?
Maybe a loose stone in the wall. Something like I found the screw. So
Mm-hmm.
actually, wait, do I still have that?
You check and you feel back like, yep, out. That's there.
Okay, still there. Still there. Okay. Loose stones, anything that could potentially be movable outside of like, the beds.
Give me an investigation check.
Dice. Please. Please.
You think about maybe the beds, but nah, they'd notice you walking around with a piece of a leg of a bed.
Okay. Well, time to make some conversation.
Time to get
I'm
chubby
gonna
with
go
the
up to the-
guards. Alright.
So, how's it going?
One of them kind of turns towards you and looks at you. There's a little bit of a sneer. Just turns back to his post.
Not great, huh? Having to watch little old me. Bet there's like 1,000 other things that you could be doing other than this, right?
Better than outside, where it's raining constantly. How's them fingers?
I've been through worse.
Above game. I don't think she has, but they don't need to know that.
Good rest, and it'll be I would say good as new, but they'll still be usable. What do you mean it's raining outside?
It's been raining since we came back.
Could go for some rain right now.
You'll get food and water in a few hours.
Oh, no, not thirsty. I just like rain.
Too
Never
bad
danced
you're
in the
not
rain
going
before.
outside.
Ah, come on. Never danced in the rain before.
It's wet and slimy.
Spits on the floor.
That's the fun of it. Get all wet and slimy. No one wants to touch you. Feel important until you dry off. What about you?
Just yawns.
What about you? You're awfully quiet. What's your deal?
He can't talk, no tongue.
Oh. My guess is he talked too much.
No, he didn't talk at all. So they made it easier for him.
The other hobgoblin just kind of gives him a look. Just the middle finger. Goes back to his post.
Damn. You're really just gonna take that from this guy?
That's what he gets for leaving out details, bottom of the food chain.
I mean, I left out a few good details. I only got my fingers bent. What kind of details did he leave out?
Forgot to mention how many people were in that town were armed.
Oh, the town that just got finished being raided.
Where we grabbed you and your little friend. You and the goblin friends.
Well, unlike some people, I have friends. Must suck to know that you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life, huh?
Never alone so long as there's the chain of command.
And what happens when that chain gets broken? You know, weak links and all that.
We go to a different chain.
Hmm. And, just curious. Who's at the top of the chain? Was it that old geezer?
Dawnbreaker Galetoe. Finest consort of House Daw'l. You're lucky he decided to let
Dawnbreaker?
you live after that bullshit you spouted.
Dawnbreaker Gale Toe?
Give me a history check, Talon.
Mm,
9. Yeah, this was a hard one. I didn't think you'd get it, but yeah, no.
Name's funny though.
How is it funny?
Gale Toe.
Gaelto.
Talon doesn't know how to spell. That's why
I'm
she's
telling
saying he
you,
has toe in
fucker.
his name. I know. Talon, however, would think that he just has toe in his name.
he's got a toe in his name.
So do you.
I do not.
You have a T.O. in your name.
No, I don't. Talon. Think of what was it there? T-A. Yeah, ta, not toe.
Fourth one in, there's an O. T and an O.
How are you stupider than me? I don't even have an education.
I'm not the one behind bars.
That depends on a matter of perspective.
Who's got more walls, you or me?
I'm gonna like poke out.
Well, given how small this area is, you do. There's a lot more wall out there than there is in here.
There we go. Okay, I found the failed history check for that check you just made. You've heard of what a drow household is from other drow gladiators. It's like another word for a large family. It's not a literal house. They exist only in the Underdark, and they all serve the Crawling Queen. They backstab each other and shit to be the top house, basically. As far as this house in particular, you have not heard of a Thausrael. Thausrael.
House rail.
Thausrael, however you want to call it.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Spell it one more time, please.
Thausrael.
Thausrael. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like Israel, kind of interchangeable depending on who's saying it.
And you also have no idea what the fuck a Dawnbreaker is. So, yeah.
That's
all
fuck's
you
a
got.
Dawnbreaker, though?
He kills paladins and
Even though-
clerics of other gods.
Oh.
Just shrugs off whatever they do. They can't kill him, so he breaks them. Hence Dawnbreaker.
Well, shit.
You know how strong you gotta be to say fuck you to another person's patron? And beat the shit out of their servant. That's what he does.
Well. Nah, I'm not even gonna say it. I'll just wait for the right moment.
Alright. So anything else you want to do before food arrives?
It's not really much else I can do.
I know, I just want to check with you in case you have something in mind.
Is it possible if I could take another short rest before food gets here?
Short rest typically... Let me just double check how long that is. I believe it's like an hour. Not an hour, it's like 2 hours, something like that. Of at least 1 hour long, during which a character does nothing more than strenuous eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds. Yeah, you could take a short rest, definitely. However, you only have so many hit dice.
Yeah, I only have like 4. I already used 1. Oh wait, why? That's weird. Okay, so I clicked on 1, but it disappeared. And then when I click on... Okay, so like hit dice, is it like you use 1 at a time, or is it the more dice you use, the more health you get back?
The more you use, the more you get back. You don't get them back on a long rest. I mean, yeah, the only way you get them back is through a long rest.
Okay, so I have 4 slots, and I only used 1, but they're all still empty.
Yeah, so you like
That's
click them
weird.
to fill them in per use.
Oh, okay, so then if I want to use it again, I click it again.
Mhm.
But then that takes it up to like... So initially it's like 1d12 plus 2. But then when I click the second box, it goes up to a 2d12 plus 4. That's what I'm confused about.
Well, yeah, it's... So, like, the bare minimum use is 1. So if you click another one, that'll be 2. If you click the last one, you'll use 3 in this short rest.
Okay, so it's okay, so it's a matter of me just keeping track. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right then. Another short rest, which means I've used up 2 of my 4. Just gonna click that. All right. That's a lot better than what I got the first time.
Hmm.
I'm back up to 20, so I'm almost halfway there.
Yay.
Yay. And I'm guessing during this time, food comes and I eat and whatever.
Yeah. So, after a while, this drow woman in black outfit comes by with, like, a bowl of soup on a tray. Kind of, like, passes it to you through the bars. No longer wearing her mask or as much makeup, she kind of hands it to you.
Hey, wait a minute, I know you.
Hmm?
You're
What?
that singy lady back in town.
Are you a fan? Wait, no, you're in here. You're not a fan.
Well, yeah, I was actually gonna see, like, would there be a role for that to see if I actually liked her music or not?
I don't know. I guess I could have her do a performance check.
Wait, would that maybe like a charisma check to see if I did or not?
I think it's just your personal preference. Let me do the performance check and you can judge yourself, I guess.
Okay, yeah, depending on her performance, I guess. No,
well, that's a 26.
It's the best music I've ever heard.
It's up to you.
She got a 26. I can't deny her that.
Yeah. This drow looks a lot younger than the drow you talked to last.
Not bad, lady. Not bad. Though, gotta admit, you're probably the youngest drow that I've seen. A lot younger than the other guy, that's for sure.
Tell me about it.
Hey! Get back to work, Surface Walker.
Yeah, I'm going.
Not that way. Nursery says you're not allowed.
It's back over here.
Yes, it was nice to see her again, albeit weird circumstances.
Yeah, apparently Kobe didn't like her music for some reason.
Like, your music's terrible. It's like, got a 23. It's like, music's great.
The dice ruled the game. Alright. Yeah, you get your meal as a part of your short rest. It's not great. It's leek onion stew.
Now, question, and this would be, I guess, would this be like I think this would be a history check.
History, okay.
Is this better or worse than what Talon had growing up?
Slightly better? I mean, for one, at least there's, like, solid ingredients and it's warm. For one, it's not just bread and a bucket of, like, milk or something like that. Or, like, leftover pig trough slop. There's also no sharp utensils or breakable dishes. It's like a wooden bowl. So shit you can't purposefully like make a weapon out of.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, like it's a little small bowl that'll just get you enough food. Guards are also keeping an eye on you.
Somebody with a teacup.
I also know a guy who can kill you with a sword. Me!
Okay.
I don't know why my brain just automatically went to a Breaking Bad scene.
Jesse, it's time to kill him with swords.
Okay.
Hobgoblin Eisenberg. Hobgoblinberg.
Hobgoblin.
It's time to kill, Jesse.
Anyways, you have your food. After you're done, the hobgoblins are gonna want to come in and take back your utensils. Well, your bowl and your spoon.
And I'm still chained to the wall. So even if they were open the gate and I try to run past them, I wouldn't get far.
I didn't say you were chained to the wall. I just said you're chained to your ankles. Your ankles are like chained together. There's a chain between your ankles. You're no longer chained to the wall since you've been knocked out.
Okay, so I can walk, but I can't run exactly.
Yeah, the most you'd get per round is 15 feet, maybe 10. Unless you dash, in which case it would just be 30 or less.
Or less. Alright. My hands manacled too?
Yep.
Of course. Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
This one. When they come in to get the bowl, I'm gonna see if I can try to pickpocket one of them.
Okay.
Look, I know my dice rolls have been bad so far, but I have a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna end in failure, but let's see.
13, alright. It's passive perception. Okay, was there any... He has a small pouch on him. Was there anything you were looking for specifically? That you were trying to grab?
Keys, maybe some kind of, like, object that could help me, like, pick locks.
You grab what you thought was the chain for a keyring, and then they leave, and you look back at it, it is just a small, like, decorative metal chain.
Maybe I can work something with this.
Is this, like, a completed chain, or is it, like, just a loop?
It's like a... It's not a loop, it's like a small line about, like, 7 inches of chain. Like, very small and tiny. Probably pulled from, like, a piece of chainmail.
Okay, so not enough for me to kind of, like, bite and bend it into, like, some kind of makeshift lockpick.
Definitely no.
Okay.
Though it is more
Well,
material for something.
Could make I'll figure something out. I'm gonna, like, slide it under, like, the pillow
Okay.
What else? There's not much else I can do. Actually. Okay, what did you say these beds were made out of again? They're like wooden bed frame and just like...
Yeah. Like a cheap wooden bed frame with like no sheets or pillows, despite what the image shows. It's like a taut skin.
So like...
It's like a tanning rack almost.
Okay. So effectively, it's just a table.
Kind of, yeah, but there's like the center part of the table is just this sheet of pulled taut leather skin.
Okay.
It's like the world's worst hammock, except it's not a plank of wood. You know, there is some give and squish.
Okay, they swept the place through, so it's not like there's any bits of straw lying around. The plan. One of my plans was like, okay, find some like straw or something. I could hope that it would be enough to try to like get a hold of like Valorant, you know, talk to him for a bit.
And unfortunately, no. There are, however, some practice dummies across the way, which you can visibly see some straw in them. There's also a rocking horse.
A rocking horse.
With some, like, arrows stuck in the side of it.
Jeez, okay, target practice. Okay. I haven't asked this. What's above me? I have a clear... I feel like I know what it is. I just, you know...
Wanna hazard a guess?
I feel like it's probably just more stone wall, but also it's like people don't typically tend to look up, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, this entire room, unfortunately, is just carved out stone rock.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm going to take a look at something.
If you do run out of ideas or things you want to do, you know, you can just long rest and we can proceed further with time.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's like any feats or traits that could, you know, help me with anything, but so far, no. So I guess I'll just take a long rest then.
Alright, you go back to
Not much
bed.
else I can do.
Take a long rest. You are allowed to take a long rest, but you are going to keep that level of exhaustion, because it is not that comfortable and you are not that well fed.
Alright, fair enough. So, back to full health, but still one level of exhaustion.
As you sleep, you hear at some point during the night, a bunch of chanting nearby, in Goblin from a bunch of itty-bitty tiny voices. And a bunch of growling and screaming.
Kill! 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 Ah! Gay!
And that's what you hear during the night.
Alright then. I guess I'm gonna get up then and head over to the gate.
Yeah, They in fact wake you up as they bang like a piece of metal across your bars. Ding, 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 ding.
What?
Rise and shine, Tiny. Got some good news for you.
You gonna let me go?
No, you get a bigger room. And some cellmates.
Oh, joy. I've always wanted a bigger room. I guess I just get up and head over to the gate.
Alright. Just make sure I have everything prepared properly. Alright, they do have a chain in hand, a large chain in hand, and before you're allowed to proceed any further, they attach it to your wrists, so you can't do anything. And you are let out, essentially. Give me a moment to deal with some fog of war for you. Immediately to your north, you see a large room.
Oh, that's a lot of bones.
Well, you don't see that part, actually, because that's a hole. You see a large hole in the room. Just ignore that.
Okay.
You're brought out over here, and you're going to the south. You know, let me just clip these things together. There we go, group that. And to the south, just get this fog of war moved. Because you're going over this way. Not that, I want this one. There we go. You're being taken down southward. Actually, I need to show the room off. There you go. That's for stream. You're getting taken down this way, and you go by a group of steel shepherds, and among them is a gnoll in rusted metal armor, much like them. Are you aware what a gnoll is, Sunspot Above game?
Yes, I used one in my campaign a few sessions ago.
Alright, perfect. Next you come to this large circular donut-shaped room where there's a bunch of doors. You go over to this one down here, where there's a large gate. They unlock it and allow you guys to go on through over here. Fog of War again. And you've come into an area of this cave where the stonework has drastically changed. There are now carved stairs and tiled floors. And you come to an area where there's another set of stairs and 3 doors. One appears to be barred and reinforced. The other 2 are wooden. Give me a perception check while you're in this area.
Okay. Why? Why? It was almost 18!
You thought you heard something, but you didn't. Now they take you over to this door down here.
Play nice.
As you're taken into a large, excavated chamber where there are people and guards everywhere. Oh, hey, come on. Oh, don't make me refresh. Okay, I gotta refresh my map. It doesn't like it when I link things together and try to move them.
Oh. It's still showing that you're like removing fog of war.
I'm actually not. Well, maybe it just took them a while. Okay, come on, map.
Yep, now I'm moving down the stairs. Now it stopped.
Hold on. No, Otto! No!
What happened?
Our sync's got out of step. Our steps got synced thanks to Otto's irresistible dance. Please refresh to help us with our wisdom saving throw. Fuck. Alright, well, this is fine. I didn't get all of the fog of war, but this is enough. Just unlink this. There. 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 And now you're here. You are released, sort of. You still have... While you're no longer chained up, you are sort of kind of just let go into this area. Where there's
so I'm still
bunch...
manacled, but I'm not like,
No, you do have cuffs around your ankles and your wrists, but the chains have since been removed, and you've been told, this is where you live now. So the map, it's not showing everything, because I didn't want to do, like, the entire fucking area, but there's, like, a bunch of series on tunnels in this place. This is the sort of front courtyard, we'll call it. Meanwhile, I keep trying to refresh D&D Beyond. Fuck.
Okay, so a bunch of kobolds around a quiet dragonborn. Some orcs are hanging around each other. A couple commoners.
Yeah. You see, like, a bunch of orcs with, like, brown skin, like, white tooth-like tattoos on them, hanging off in a corner, clearly trying to stay out of view, but just sticking together. A bunch of commoners, some drow, probably other people that were captured recently. No sign of Dylan, however.
Okay. Okay, I can't speak kobold. There's a quiet dragonborn. If these kobolds are anything like Kobe, they're not gonna let me get near the dragonborn.
The kobolds currently, they seem to kind of just be bathing at this, like, pool of water that seems to be coming from a small waterfall that's coming from somewhere. And like two others are laying on these, like, sacks. There's a couple sacks in different places. These appear to be, like, makeshift mattresses.
Okay.
The dragonborn has, like, a bandana around his mouth. It's a blue one with, like, a broken horn. There's a couple drow to the south of you. They might be from Gilbin's Den. You don't know?
Guess wouldn't hurt to ask. I'm just gonna make my way over here then. Hello.
They all kind of look at you a bit inquisitively. You don't recognize these drow particularly, but they also don't seem too roughed up either.
Any of you speak common at all?
One raises his hand. It seems to be like a younger fellow. We'll just say like this one in the back over here.
Okay.
The exclamation mark. Drow!
So, what's up with this place?
We don't know. We've been here for about 3 days. Or is it 2?
Don't worry about it. I lost track too. I don't know how long I've been in here. Definitely a lot bigger than where they had me.
Were you there when the town was attacked, or are you from someplace else?
Oh, you're from Gelbin's Den?
He nods. As soon as you say Gelbin's Den, like the three of them like nod their heads.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna try to like lean in and whisper. It's like, are you guys with the church or no?
The one that you're talking with translates to the others. They shake their heads no. We're a couple of farmers. I'm a snake oil salesman.
Okay. Yeah, I was one of the people that was trying to help the town before these fuckwits showed up.
Shh, we're right in front of them. I'm gonna drag you over behind this pillar. Well, yeah, you're talking shit in front of these guys while they're all posted up here with crossbows.
I mean, they are.
I mean, they just happened to be sleeping here. You kind of came over and started talking mad shit. Alright, continue.
Anyway, what's the pecking order in here?
The pecking order? What are you referring to, Sunspot, above game?
Well, this is jail. And jails usually have pecking orders. Like, who's the one you don't fuck with? Who's the group that's kinda okay? Who are the murderers? And who is the insane people?
Okay. They don't know. They're new. But they're assuming
Okay,
the
they're-
weird-looking dragonborn or the orcs.
Gotcha.
There's also apparently a gang of dwarves that have their own little group somewhere deeper in. That's about as far as they know.
Okay. Well, just so you know, you ain't got no problems with me.
Okay.
Hmm.
You don't have a plan to get out of here, do you?
I'm working on it. One of my friends got captured. I need to get her back as soon as possible.
Well, if they're captured, they're likely down here with the rest of us. Or they got taken out to entertain the jailers.
I doubt that. She was a human, and a very important one, it seemed. Something about her that whoever is in charge here, the one who did this to me, and is gonna hold up her hand with like messed up fingers. Yeah, he wanted information on her and the ritual that happened a few days ago. Regarding my friend.
I heard about that. There was like a wedding or something that happened.
No. A revival of sorts.
Oh. You didn't know
Yeah.
the victim, did you? My condolences.
Oh yeah, I knew him. Or know him. I don't know if he's still alive or not. But yeah, he got himself killed on a mission with like having to deal with something that's going on with the farmers or the fishers.
Oh, yeah. We put out that post months ago.
Yeah, we finally got it done. And I can understand why it took months. These fuckers are crazy. They got brought back to life whenever they got wet.
Huh. We put a post out months ago, like... I know particularly some potion seller was very upset mercenaries weren't coming by to deal with it.
Potion seller.
Don't remember their name, however.
Shooting her name eludes me too. Is I know it's shoot. I keep calling her Mekar Sugar Mama.
Karma.
Fuck, what was her name?
This is what you get.
I think it started with like a G.
Nope.
No? Okay. Fuck. All right, notes. I do believe I wrote her name down because it was like, no, there's one thing that was going on that I specifically remember writing down. Da. Nope, not that one. I'm getting close. Okay, it's specifically referring to Galen's Den. That's not the one.
It's not the end of the world if you can't remember this person's name, now is it?
No, it's not. Still wanted to remember. Maybe it might have like helped something.
I mean, you can always check like the group Discord.
True. I'll do that in a bit.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Pretty nice.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's 7. These fuckers are really outnumbered. Like, yeah, they got weapons and stuff, but...
This is just what you can see here. There are other little guard stations. Again, I wasn't gonna make the entire area.
Okay, fair enough.
There's also
I
probably
was just looking at
way more people inside. I know I can't adjust what's going on right now with the fog of war to the fucking D&D Beyond, but trust me, there's more guards. I can't even use the token spawner to prove you wrong.
Yeah, because I can still move around and, like, move my and whatever.
Yeah, so long as you don't refresh your page, I think you're fine, because all I have to work with right now is my spectator cam.
Okay. So, just don't refresh the page.
Yep. Try opening a new window, see if that works. Nope. Okay. God damn it.
Do you know if there's Any other goblins in here? Or is it just me?
I don't see any others. I don't know why there would be, considering they're the ones that, captured us. No offense.
None taken. They figured out I wasn't one of them because I'm a different color.
The drow all kind of like look at each other like, yeah, we get that feeling.
I mean, seriously, it's so stupid. We're all the same race, but we're all separated because of, he's red and I'm green. It's bullshit.
Mm.
Anyway, let me go talk around, see if I can get more information.
Sure, stay safe. Don't pick any fights.
What? No, I would never.
I just kind of like give a sly smile and walk away.
Okay.
Gonna head over to like the commoner half drow table.
Okay. You see 2 adult humans and 1 half-drow kid who's maybe like 7.
Hello.
What do you want? Stay back! He like picks up a rock.
Relax. I'm not one of them.
He motions over to the hobgoblins.
If I was, I wouldn't be in these. And shows up the manacles.
Stay back, vile creature! This is a very older looking human man with a mustache.
Yeah, I remember a guy like you back in Hamil, Daw'l. Look, if I wanted to hurt you, I would've. I just want some information. What's the deal down here?
The deal is you're in our spot. Now get out! And he's gonna throw the rock at you. That's a natural 20.
Are you serious?
I will take a picture if I have to.
Are you fucking serious?
Where's my phone?
A nat 20 is like, I don't like you. Get out of here. Yes.
Clearly these people weren't in Galbin's den. Or maybe they were.
Clearly.
But they're consoling this half-drow, so... Oh, come on, phone.
I believe you. It's just like, bruh.
I still want to take the picture because it's funny, okay?
No, that's completely fair.
Anyways, continue, I guess. You take... What's an improvised weapon? I'll just do a D4 over here. 3 bludgeoning damage as a rock is thrown in your face.
Okay, I'm going. Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. I'm gonna walk over to the orcs.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you speak common at all?
And one of them kind of like walks up towards you, kind of cracks his knuckles and his necks. These are very muscular orcs. They don't seem to speak common. Oh, so there you go. Wait, no, did I not send it? God damn it.
Maybe it did. It's just loading.
Should. Oh my god, my stupid phone does not want to... Okay, fine. I'll just reopen up my damn phone. Continue.
He walks up to me like cracking his knuckles in his neck.
It's like, okay, none of you speak common.
Yeah. These guys,
How-
you remember Arc 1 a little bit, right?
a little.
Okay, so you guys met this orcish druid, very old woman. These guys have similar markings to her, probably one of the native orcs. Okay, this is as good as I'm gonna get. Oh, come on! Stupid flash. Whatever.
The flash perfectly covers the.
You can still see the bottom of the 2 and 0. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, Talon's just gonna like hold up a hand that's like, hold up.
Not here to fight. It's like,
Okay.
do none of you speak common?
They'll kind of look at each other, kind of grumble, and orcs kind of just look at you. They all stand up at this point, kind of like standing next to each other, shoulder to shoulder. Kind of just looking at you, kind of like this. Give me an insight check.
Oh, great.
They want you as part of their gang. No. Yeah, they seem really unfriendly.
Got it. Yeah, just.
Damn goblins and
could be
orcs
it.
conspiring. This is the human commoner.
Oi! You shut up! I don't even speak their language.
Okay, so I could obviously go the route of beat up the biggest dude in the yard, or biggest dudes in this case.
But that would kind of dissuade other people from talking to me if I were to just attack them,
especially unprovoked. So I'm going to do the smart thing and back off.
Okay. They keep their eyes on you as you walk away. Kind of keep up their defensive postures.
Okay. Last but certainly not least, because I can't see where the dwarves are, just gonna walk over to the kobolds
Okay.
and the dragonborn.
What do you want? What do you want?
Comment. Information.
Information comes at a cost. What do you want? What you
I
got?
want to know what the deal is down here.
Deal? Science makes deals. Science will make a deal. Make a deal with science. Yes. We make deal. What you want? What you got?
Like, each sentence was a different kobold.
These guys make Kobe look smart. Okay. Uh.
That's mean.
I mean, for Talon, it's true.
Sure. Well, yeah, Kobe would definitely get along with these idiots.
100%.
Okay. You guys clearly aren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
And I'm just gonna like point over at the quiet dragonborn.
Don't point. Don't point at silence.
What's up with silence?
He don't talk to good. You want deal? You have materials? We got info. What you want? Yeah, what you want? What you want?
Tyler's just gonna pinch her brow. It's like, you're better than this, Talon. You're better than this.
Okay. Why can't silence talk? I'll give you this, and I guess I'm just gonna pull out the chain that I snagged off of the hobgoblin. Just a shiny, something worth trading.
Okay. The kobold, offers to take it from you.
Info. Then you have it.
Give me a persuasion check. Kobold looks back towards Silence. It's quote-unquote Dragonborn.
Fucking finally! Jesus! After all these years,
Before
finally got.
Okay. Before the kobold even manages to, peep a word out, you see the Dragonborn look at you, kind of just pull down its bandana, and the entire lower jaw is gone. And then pulls the bandana back up.
Okay.
And then you hear in your mind a voice you have never heard before. This is also what this Dragonborn looks like.
Alright, give me a second. Gotcha. Okay.
Unusually lanky arms, keeping their head down, almost like this triangle-like shape. Long legs, kind of just sitting on this pile of sacks, empty sacks. I'll
Gotcha.
take it. Hand it over. This voice does not hear like any of the four you've heard in your head before, I'm realizing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look around, just what? Who said that?
Wait a minute.
You hear
This has happened
silence?
before.
You hear silence too. We're not crazy. We're not crazy. I told you we were crazy.
Well,
I'm kind of just look over at silence for confirmation. That you?
Shepherds took my jaw when I resisted. Satisfied.
I mean, didn't need that much detail. Sorry that happened to you.
You asked,
Anyway.
I delivered. Now you deliver.
I'm gonna hold out the bit of chain that I got,
Alright,
handing it over.
the kobold takes it
Eh.
and brings it over to the Dragonborn. He begins looking it over. And then he takes a small pouch and kind of just drops it in there, and you hear a bunch of other jingling and jangling.
Okay.
So he's definitely the traitor of the, jail.
He also
On
looks pretty
information.
tough and rugged. He could probably hold himself in a fight too if need be, but you don't know how.
And part of me doesn't want to find out.
The other part of me kind of does, but
to you.
being smart.
What else you got? We got more questions? Silence knows all. Silence knows a lot, doesn't he? He doesn't know everything. Oh, shut up.
You guys are funny.
We're not
Anyway.
funny. He's Cranky. I'm Rumble. I'm Stir Fry. That's Rock. I'm not Rock. I'm Bird. That's a bird, isn't it? Spell it differently, yeah.
Yeah, when I need a good laugh, I'll be back. And I guess I'm just gonna head back down by the other drow.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think I got the rundown of the place. Orcs don't speak common, tend to stick to themselves. Those two are racist. Though for whatever reason they have a half drow with them, a child.
Probably from Daw'l. They don't like goblins there. They're kind of can get a bit nasty.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna disagree with you there.
Of course, we're not really have a good reputation like that either. What the fuck, bad gateway? Excuse me. D&D Beyond, stop it.
You're still trying.
Yeah, I've just been refreshing every couple seconds.
And yeah, the kobolds and the dragonborn also seem to keep themselves. Kobolds really like the dragonborn. Apparently, he can also speak in your head.
Yeah, they do appear to stick very close to his chest. What did you talk with him about?
I asked him, they call him Silence. Asked him why, and he showed me why. Doesn't have a lower jaw. Apparently
Okay,
some
that's
farmers took
gross.
it from him. I've seen worse. Apparently some farmers took it off of him. What's the deal with farmers and dismembering people?
He said the steel shepherds, not farmers.
Or the steel, damn it, not farmer, steel shepherds. My bad. My brain immediately like shepherd, farmer. No.
Nope, nope.
Yeah. It said one of the steel shepherds took it off of him.
I wonder how he eats. There's a head tilt to the one that speaks common.
That is a good question. You could go ask, but you gotta trade something for it.
I'm good. I don't really have anything to give to a info broker anyways, I think. I don't even know why
You
we're
got
down
something
here.
shiny?
No.
Yeah, then probably not.
I wish I had my earrings. They were nice.
Yeah, I had some pearls, but those are most likely gone.
You sold those to jeweler and commissioned Scorcher's bracelet thing you wanted.
Yeah, and the town is burned to a crisp, so I don't think I'm getting that.
Okay.
I mean, I can always go back and see if the dude's still there. It's like, how the hell did you survive? But as far as Talon's concerned, it's like, yeah, that's gone.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, you can't get access to D&D Beyond, so I can't go talk to or I guess maybe I can go try to find the dwarves walking down the
I mean,
tunnels. Just can't do it on the map.
yeah, you can't. I never made that part of the map because I didn't feel it was worth the effort. But yeah, I still have notes, you know.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can't just wander about. It's just not like on a physical map.
Gotcha. Well, I guess I'm just gonna continue wandering about. Check out one of the tunnels.
All right. As you go further down, you hear in your head, from silence once more. If you find any more pieces of metal, bring them to me. I will give you info and other things.
I respond to him in my head, just like, gotcha.
Yeah. You feel a sense of acknowledgement, and you continue on your way.
Okay. Definitely gonna hold on to this screw in case I really need some information. Hmm. What do I see as I'm walking down this tunnel?
You see mostly a large tunnel, some like small little dugout outcroppings. You have dark vision. What's your range on dark vision? 60 feet?
Um. bu- 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 Yep, shades of gray up to 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, it is dark down here. You understand why, as the deeper you go, more of the people that do not have dark vision are staying near the front, because that's where the only source of light is, and as well around these various small little guard stations that are keeping an eye on places. It's little groups of like 8 to 10 or so hobgoblins per like elevated platform, basically. Just armed with crossbows and things.
Gotcha. So even in these tunnels, they're like all just there.
Yeah, there
That was
are.
kind of weird. It's like,
Mhm.
like if everyone's like keeping to the front, what's the point of like these guards being in here, or at least
Well,
this many?
Well, for one, so nobody can get out. Two, make sure nobody digs themselves out, potentially.
Yes, the doors. They be digging the holes.
Diggy diggy hole, shut up! Ow!
Yeah, you wander around for a good long while, and eventually come to a steeper part of this cave system where there aren't any people, like, camped out nearby. And then there's just, like, a piece of rope hanging across part of this cave as it starts to get significantly steeper.
Okay. Well,
And just so there's just a steep cliff in the cave.
It's starting to. Like, there's stairs that have been, like, obviously carved out of the floor. And then eventually, like, you have to go down a couple stairs, but eventually you do see, like, a block. Like an end to the tunnel. You see, like,
So they haven't
various
gotten down
places
this
where
far.
there's... Yeah, you see places where there are various reinforcements, too. as you've been going through this area.
Okay, so they haven't dug they haven't dug down any farther than this.
You don't see any tools anywhere.
So then how did they do this? Interesting. I guess I'm just gonna make my way back up then.
Yeah, you do. Many people are currently resting. You see, like, a couple dwarves. Not enough for, like, a gang, but, you know.
Guess I'm gonna walk up to the dwarves, ask them some things.
Alright. You see, like, 3 dwarves, 2 women, 1 guy, but unfortunately the guy's beard has been shaved off.
Oh, the inhumanity. A dwarf without his beard it's almost criminal.
It's almost like torture.
I just imagine him just like slowly snipping off his beard. It's like, no, please.
As you approach, he kind of like the guy like stands up. He like ruffles his sleeves of his shirt and kind of like puffs up his chest and looks at you.
Hey, what you want? Not tired of working us to death yet, are you? Or are you gonna taunt
easy
us?
there. I'm not one of them.
Kind of notices your hands and your ankles and kind of like lifts up and shows his own.
Perhaps. Or just some little piss stain they got thrown down here for misbehavior. What do you want?
Information.
About what?
What do you know about this place?
They didn't give you the rundown?
I mean, outside of it being some kind of prison, no. They did break a few fingers, though.
Like, shows off her hand.
Nah. You got off easy.
He shows his fingers, and they're not broken, but they are very calloused.
Ugh.
This place is called the Tunnel Project. That matron, the so-called matron of those drow shits, throwing us all down here to dig a tunnel to that damn Underdark.
Hey, not all the drow are like that.
Oh, I know, trust me. I've seen a couple wandering about. With those fucks with the weapons.
And he points towards the front entrance.
I like you already.
What's your name,
However-
Pistain?
Talon, what's yours, beardless?
Ha, fuck you.
They call me Gregory.
Gregory. Wait, no, that's not.
Not like FNAF, damn it.
No. I was thinking about the guy who was like the uncle to one of the kids that work for us.
No, he had a different name.
Okay, that's why I was like, wait a minute.
You know, it's not that name.
Okay, never mind. Okay. I wasn't thinking FNAF though.
Okay. Like, I realized as soon as I said Gregory, I was like, oh no, Gregory. No.
I'm gonna make a reference now.
No.
Not now, but It'll be later at a different point in time.
Uh-huh.
But,
So that's what that tunnel down there is for.
That's what this whole tunnel is for.
But there weren't any tools.
Of course not. Of course not. They take them away, they give them to us, who those are capable of working. Strap them us in chains and a line so we can work. Then they put us to work in the morning. 12 hours. Unless you're on bad behavior, then they take you to the pits. And the nursery.
The pits? That sounds fun.
Doubt it. People who go there don't come back typically.
And the nursery? What's that all about?
Well, kind of looks you up and down, kind of squints, looks to the side. That's where they breed them goblin shits. No offense, he looks back towards you.
Oh, gross.
That's where they raise them to kill us and torture us.
So what exactly counts as bad behavior?
Starting a fight, punching a guard, killing somebody. They went all able hands. If you're not willing to work, they're not gonna feed you or keep you around. Best use as entertainment for the goblins.
Interesting. Okay.
The only person I heard that came back from that shit was some dragonborn fucker.
oh. Silence.
Huh.
I don't know if that's his name or not. Haven't seen him really. I don't go up to the front. I just stay down here.
I didn't say that in character. I was like, oh, silence.
Oh, then neither did I. Rewind.
Okay. This is me thinking above game.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, Silence got taken to, from what he told me, roughly. He was taken into the pit. He got his jaw ripped off by one of the shepherds. But I guess he made it out. He's alive. And then they threw him back in here. Huh. I wonder, especially given the fact that Talon.
I will also drop a hint for you. A little bit of a reminder, or a question rather. What's with the currency he's using?
Oh my gosh, he's building a weapon. Hopefully, maybe. Probably might be better to stick with him then. Okay.
Hey, Gregory, question.
Shoot.
You got any metal on you? Is anything shiny?
Apart from a gold implant in my teeth, not really.
Okay. I was hoping not to use this soon, but I need more information, and the Dragonborn seems to be the only one that knows what I need to know. Alright. Thanks anyway.
Whatever.
And
Try not to die.
haven't you heard? Dying's a day worth living for.
It ain't if you're down here.
He goes back and sits down, which you assume to be like his lover and child.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head back over to Silence.
Okay. Several minutes of walking later. Damn, these are long tunnels. I'm gonna work this time, please.
Maybe.
Shit.
Mayhaps.
Nope.
No.
Alright.
Fuck. Okay,
It's
I won't use the
fine.
map too much then.
I mean, you're technically back on the map now. Just don't look outside of your current corner of the map.
Alright, fair enough. Yep, back over by Silence. Hey, got one more question for you.
The kobold known as Rumble comes up to you.
What you want?
It's a question for Silence.
What you got?
I'm gonna reach into my hair and pull out the screw.
Silence looks towards you.
So, what's with you collecting all of the knickknacks? You making something?
I'm gonna need a persuasion check for that one.
Shit.
You're offered to pay, so advantage. Roll one more.
Shit again. I guess I got a little too overexcited about the 19 that I got, so D&D Beyond just had to put me back in my place.
Kind of looks you up and down, scratches like the tip of his... what's left of his mouth. He pulls up a bag and jingles it around. And you hear in your head, I can make something that can go for help. Something that flies. But small.
I'm gonna respond to him back in or in my head. Oh, so you create those little robots. I got a friend that can do that. His could also fly.
I need more than just metal. If you can get me a jewel, that is the last piece I need.
A jewel, huh?
He motions for Rumble to take the screw from you, and he does so.
Yep. There wouldn't happen to be any jewels in the pit, would there? And I don't really have anything to offer this time. Maybe I could help.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. All right, it's good enough.
Yeah, because a nat 1 and an 11 is just. I hate these dice so much.
Yeah, it's not bad, but you know. He ushers you to
At this
come
point, I'm going to
closer.
start rolling my own dice.
He ushers you to come closer.
I move closer.
Alright. Very slyly, he holds up 2 fingers. First finger. I know someone outside who can get a jewel into the pit.
Oh.
I can talk to them like this. And he gestures back to him and to you, implying how he's talking to you right now.
Gotcha.
They want out as much as we all do down here. However, should their disloyalty be compromised, it is their head and ours if they spill their tongue first.
Good to know. Well, pits are kind of my thing. So, you get your friend to get the jewel in the pit. I get myself in trouble. Beat whoever I need to beat, kill whoever I need to kill, and bring you back your jewel.
The second thing I need. A place where the guards can't see me make my creation. And he points over to where the orcs are in their little corner. There is a blind spot there.
What was the phrase? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone?
Bird is useful. I would not kill them if I were you. And he points towards the kobold.
No, it's like she makes a little fluttering motion. Actual bird.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I will make a new one. And he touches the sack with the metal parts inside.
You know what? Never mind. I will just, I'll go cause trouble with the orcs, so you can have your little spot.
Try not to die.
Why does everyone keep saying that to me?
Probably because this hole is a giant, mess of darkness and despair.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, you're ushered out by Silence's little minions.
Alright. Well, time to do what Talon does best. Gonna go over by the orcs again.
Mm-hmm. Shit, I gotta go find the orc stat block, because the map won't let me load it. Of all things.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not. Oh my god, don't. No!
It won't let you load the stat blocks either.
Oh wait, no, it's just very slow. Orc, go.
Is it
Why
like
do
an
you mean
internet thing?
I'm talking to you, aren't I, or am I crazy?
Yeah, you're talking to me, so I guess it's not a connection issue.
Okay, let me just go to game rules. Monsters. Shit. What's the CR rating of an orc? Less than 1. More than 0. Humanoid? Name. I hate this search system so bad. Okay. No.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go run and grab some water.
Yeah, well, we'll take a quick commercial break.
Commercial break.
This is fun. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it is, honestly.
Here we go.
It's loading. It's working.
I have these stat block. I just have to roll the dice manually.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just going to get some water real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I usually have a jug that I fill up with water for D&D sessions.
Mm-hmm.
My fingers.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my food.
Yep. Alright, yeah, that's enough water. Water, get the rest of my crackling strips.
Alright, I am back.
Alright.
Is the map back yet?
Mayhaps.
Nope. Alright. God damn it. Alright.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading back over to the orcs.
Yep.
Hey,
Ugh. Alright, just move you over here. Move over to the orcs.
Shit, the map refreshed.
No! Are you getting autos?
Okay. Let's see, can I move my... I can. Okay.
How are you able to do that? I can't get my master screen back up.
No clue. I guess
I-
this is compensation for having shit rolls. I can still look at them.
I'm so tempted to quote-unquote pause and end the session in D&D Beyond to see if that fixes it, because it started when I was moving around chained together tokens on the master side. I don't want to move. I don't want to
Try?
test that. Yeah, but if... So you're able to move your shit around?
Yes. I can move my token.
Okay. Alright, you know what? If worse comes to worse, I still have access to, like, my JPEG of the map. And I can do combat-y things there if we both lose access, so here's praying. Alright, I'm gonna just get pause and end session. Gonna retry.
Alright.
Nope, okay. Gonna do something else.
Want
Load
me
up.
to launch the game, or...
Nope, just hold on. Is your window still open?
Nope, I closed it.
Shit, I didn't tell you to do that. Alright.
What?
Okay. I'm gonna get a spectator view open. See if that still hears. Okay, we didn't lose it. Just the master side is all fucky for some reason. All right, just gonna move this back over here. That's real annoying. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the Game Master side.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that means that I can't mess with the Fog of War. I also cannot spawn in new tokens. Actually, wait, can I? Yeah, no, I can't spawn in tokens. Okay, I can respawn in tokens that have been hidden. Alright, I can work with that. I might need like a different window to do that. See what happens if I do this to the stream.
That's weird.
Can I get a different perspective with this? Yes, I can. Okay, I can technically do things off screen. I just gotta trust that you do not look over where you're not currently at.
Nope, I have it zoomed in the little area.
Okay.
All I can see is like the little cell, the two hobgoblin warriors that are outside the gate.
Ooh,
Nothing
wait.
past that.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try something. Just gonna pause this very quickly. Gonna try load in a
Alright.
different map. Okay, that works. All right. Okay, let me reload in the map. There we go. Okay, now we're back in business. Jesus Christ, why was that so complicated?
That was an issue with the map itself.
Yeah, like, but I closed it into different windows and reopened in different windows, and it just... Whatever, everything's back. We're back in order.
Hooray!
Alright, so... Wait, do I have access to stat blocks now? Yes, I do. Good. Alright, you go talk to the orcs.
Alright, back over at the orcs.
Hey,
Ugh.
there's something on your foot.
They don't understand common.
I just point at his feet.
Alright, he looks down.
I immediately step on his foot.
Roll an unarmed attack roll.
That's the only thing I can do.
Side note, we should also be taking into account your exhaustion level, -2. Alright.
So
Yeah. All characters down here have exhaustion level 1 or more.
so then it wouldn't be a 7, it would be a 5.
Yeah, so you go like, you greatly misjudge the distance. Alright, he's gonna punch you.
Great.
18, does that hit?
Yes, that hits.
Alright, you take 3 bludgeoning damage to the face. This orc punches you in the face.
Okay. So I'm now down to 36. Oh, because that stupid rock from earlier. I'm going to try to swing on him again.
Mm-hmm.
Punch me in the face, I'm gonna try to punch him back.
Yeah, that definitely hits. What's your unarmed damage?
4 bludgeoning.
Alright, you deal 4 bludgeoning to his face. He kind of cracks his jaw, but he kind of just slides it back into place. He's gonna try and tackle you to the ground and punch you. Alright, 18. As he does a running bulldog at you. You take 3 more bludgeoning damage to the face.
Great. I'm gonna deck him in the face again.
Alright, give me an attack roll. Alright,
that misses.
you whiff and dodge him. He's gonna try and punch you again. 14?
Meets beats.
Yep, alright, you take 3 more bludgeoning damage.
Alright. Gonna try to punch him again.
Punch.
Why?
5, that misses. He's too
Okay,
big.
fine. I guess punching him in the face isn't working, so I'm gonna try to punch him somewhere else.
It's like, you know what I'm imagining right now with all these misses? He's like just holding his arm out because you're so short, you're just swinging. Alright, here we go. That's a 4, that misses.
Alright. My turn. Again.
10. Does he have armor on the step block? No. So yeah, that misses. It's not his natural armor. Okay. Strength check. Go. Nope. Miss.
Okay.
Feel a lot
So you
squishier
said
without your
I-
things, don't you?
A little. You said he grappled me, right?
It was kind of just more role play of like the martial attack, you know.
Okay.
He didn't actually grab you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste any of my rages here on these people. The goal is to try to at least the goal is to escape.
Mhm.
So killing one of them would be kind of redundant. But still gonna swing.
All right. 8, that misses. At this point, some of the hobgoblin warriors begin to come down from the front to see what the fuck is going on. They have long swords.
Hey,
Alright.
Knock it out, or you're getting sent to the pits.
Yeah? You can shove that pit right up your ass.
Alright, the orc doesn't understand, so it's just gonna keep punching you. Misses.
Alright.
Alright, in come the hobgoblin warriors, and they begin trying to break you guys apart and manacling you both.
Oh, it's like the one. It's like, oh yeah, it's like it hits this time. It's like clank. Oh.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, that last strike. Yeah, you managed to get like a good headbutt in before they break you guys apart. What's the damage on that? 4?
4.
Alright. Yeah, you broke his nose significantly with that. He's not happy, orc. Alright. Let's see. You are both getting taken to the pits. You're both getting marched out through this area again. Back on over here. Nope, don't want that. I want to move. Thank you. These guys would have been gone by now.
Yep. I don't know if you group mine with them or not, so I'm kind of just following.
Oh, yeah. I didn't group them. I just did the good old select.
Ah, such a good prisoner. Get over here.
And they begin taking you over to this room over here.
Okay, it's a little. I don't know if it's like behind or ahead. I gotta.
Yeah, it's a little bit behind.
Scroll.
Are you moving your token?
Yeah, I didn't see it moving with the rest of. It didn't move with the rest of them, so.
Okay. Yeah, because I was
If
already
it's moving on
them.
your screen.
Yeah, it was moving on my screen,
Yeah,
and then it caught up to what you were doing. Spectator is on a delay, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, because my token didn't move when you drugged the others, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm moving my own.
Alright. You finally come into view of this room here. There's a giant hole. There are baby goblins everywhere. And a bugbear kid, even. Let's get the eraser so I can clean this up a bit better. You see as well a very old, over on the right side, goblin woman with a staff. So many baby fat wrinkles on her hips. There's also like an older, like, goblin boss man. But most horrifying of all, you see a large, very fat hyena in this pit, kind of just sleeping.
Oh, joy.
The hobgoblin warrior then proceeds to Sparta kick this orc into the pit. Just roll falling damage. Breaks his ankle, taking 2 falling damage. The pit below is about 12 feet deep. 12 to 15.
Can I, like, jump in and kind of, like, slide down against, like, the wall?
No, they hold you.
What? Come on, let me in. I want to fight.
All the, like, goblin toddlers with their, like, wooden building blocks and things begin to come look at the pit. As another slaughter is about to happen.
Oh, boy.
Alright, let's just do this very quickly. Oh, goody, hyenas first. Let's get a run over, grab the orc by the foot with a bite attack. 19, that definitely hits. Oh yeah, no. He just grabs the orc by the neck, just starts flailing it around like a dog, and just snaps the neck instantly.
Oh god.
That was almost max damage. Just slams him against the wall and begins eating him. It's a very fat hyena.
Alright.
Alright, well that's done and over with.
Not what I was. Not how I was expecting that to go down. I thought he was. Jeez, I feel like Mark from Invincible. I thought you were stronger.
No. The orcs, it's just a standard legacy stat block. They had 15 hit points.
Gosh. I mean, if my rolls weren't so shit, I could have just knocked this fucker out.
Yeah, you could have. Then it'd just be you getting thrown over here.
Yeah, dice. Why?
Alright, where's the damn map? There it is. Okay. You. As you're beholding this horror as they wait for the engorged hyena to finish its lunch, you hear some footsteps behind you. As coming up behind is the Steel Shepherd Corraller who defeated you before, and this gnoll in rusted armor. The gnoll is sniffing the air excitedly. So they have come to watch.
Wait, you said I recognize this Steel Shepherd?
Yeah, this is the one. This is the magic caster one. This was the one that did you all in.
Oh, it's you.
Pays no mind to you. Just enjoying the show.
It'd be really funny if you threw me down there while he was distracted. Definitely get more of a show that way.
Quiet. He pulls your chains.
Or what? You're gonna throw me in the pit?
He'll go in when he's done. Needs to finish eating first. Get him fat. They want him.
Okay, how are both of them holding my chains?
One is.
One is. Can I make a strength check to like yeet him into the pit by like yanking the chain?
You can certainly try.
I just want to see. I mean, if it fails, it fails, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So that the strength check.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it against his saving throw because he's not seeing this coming.
Okay.
And don't forget -2 to you. Alright,
Yeah.
9. 12. Hey! Like, pulls tighter on the chain. The other hobgoblin pulls on the chain as well to settle you down.
You're way too excited for this.
Hey, I like to fight. It's taking too long.
By the way, this room
Okay.
smells rancid, like shit and piss everywhere, but also the stench of death.
Yeah, shit, piss, and death.
As it is full of goblin babies. As they're all like cheering, like,
Kill! Yeah! Yeah! Eat! Eat! Kill!
So this is what I heard the other night. Good to know.
Yep. And you can probably assume all those bones are those less fortunate.
Yeah. How the fuck did the other guy escape this place?
That is a good question. You
He said Steel
hear.
Shepherd ripped off his jaw, but yet he was still met.
Yeah.
There's more to that. There's more to him than meets the eye.
Wait, I have that. Wait, where is it?
Perfect.
Yeah. You smell a different smell as coming behind you hear the clattering of dishes and a light, gentle humming. As that drow girl from earlier is carrying a bunch of tiny little wooden dishes and more stew. Oh, excuse me, refreshments, sirs? Okay. Going. It's like passing out little bowls of stew to the goblins and the bugbear kid who's just playing with a dollhouse over here. Not even paying attention. Yeah, alright. As she's going by, she trips over one of the goblins and drops the bowl into the pit. And you hear a clattering sound of a rock among the wood.
Sorry. Hey! Get out! Don't you dare spill hot shit on my kids!
Sorry, going, bye. And she disappears off to nowhere. The hyena begins, like, coughing a bit. Spits out a leg. Chews it back up. Kind of looks up towards you all expectantly.
The time is now for a new servant to be born. Throw in the goblin.
And your Sparta kicked in.
You fucking bitches! Ah!
Alright, you're gonna take 2 falling damage as you're thrown onto the ground and a bunch of bones.
Okay.
I would like you to roll initiative, please.
Nat 20. Let's.
God damn!
Of course. Hey, I said I wanted to fight. I was ready to go. Fucker was taking forever.
Alright. Get this guy there. Alright. Alright. You have fallen down into this pit. There seems to be a weirdly shaped potato over here somewhere.
Huh, weirdly shaped potato. I think I know what that is.
Alright, you're up, Gabo.
Okay. Well, for whatever reason, my token's not in. Oh, there we go. Wasn't in the pit before, but as soon as I clicked on the screen, then it moved.
Yeah,
Good to
it's
know.
weird like that. There we go. Got a new token
Am I
for the
still-
orc.
Okay, so I'm still like
chained, or am I able to like move around again?
Nope, they unchained you, and Zer's like, huh? And they kicked you in.
Okay.
Kill, 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 kill. Eat, eat, eat.
Alright, I'm kind of getting sick and tired of this exhaustion bullshit. So, I'm going to rage.
Alright,
First
you
off.
rage.
Let me scroll so I can... Like, come on, let me click it. There we go. Alright, I'm raging, and I am going to attack the hyena, or the engorged hyena.
Alright. How are you attacking? Shit, 24. Alright, you run up and you clock it in its face. What's the damage?
It's an unarmed strike, so 4.
Yep, 4. Rage, does that add anything to it?
Plus 2.
Alright, so that's
Or,
6.
actually, wait. Let's see. It said with plus 2 melee damage with strength weapons. So I don't know if that counts or not.
I'm gonna say for this it does.
Okay. Can I add my divine fury to this punch? Since this is the first attack that I made.
Does that one say specifically weapons only?
It says when you choose this path, you can channel divine fury into your weapon strikes. While you're raging, the first creature you hit on each of your turns with a weapon attack. Okay, so
Yeah,
never
it's
mind.
not. It's unarmed strike is a melee attack. That's a weapon attack specifically. As far as rage goes, where is it? Melee damage with strength weapons. Okay. Yeah. If I allow it with one and I don't allow it with the other, that's really unfair. Fuck it. Add divine fury.
Hey!
So this thing also hits like a truck, so you might need it. 5.
I'm also going to add Fury of the Small to deal an additional 4 damage to this creature.
Alright. You do like an epic Shoryuken punch.
Yeah.
Alright.
How much damage is that in total? 4 plus... Or that, wait, no. Dude, how much damage was that? Where's the thing? Alright, fine. It just won't let me look at it for whatever reason. Fine, I didn't want to look at it in the first place. Okay, never mind.
You good?
Oh, I didn't roll damage for it. Okay, so that's 4 bludgeoning plus 2 for raging, that's 6. Plus the divine fury, 5 makes it 11. 11 plus 4. Did 15 damage in like one hit. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has like a shit ton more, but it's not bad.
Yeah, what was Fury of the Small's damage?
An additional 4.
Okay. Yeah, that really fucking hurt.
Really did hit him with that Shoryuken.
Alright, now here's for the all-you-can-eat, Ken. It's gonna make a bite attack against you. 23.
Oh!
You're gonna take 2d6 plus 3 piercing damage. 11 piercing damage.
I'm raging, so that's halved, thankfully.
Yeah.
So that's like, what, 6?
Yeah. This very just
Okay.
fat, sluggish hyenas just biting down over half your body.
Ah!
You fat fuck!
Alright, it's your turn now.
Alright. You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to attack again.
Alright.
Shit.
Yeah, no, that misses.
Can I reckless? Was it, or do I need a weapon to do that? Oh, no. You make your first attack on your turn.
Yep. Alright,
you can
that
attack.
works.
Okay, so roll again. Never fucking mind.
Alright, it's gonna bite you again. Alright. You push it off of you. And that's how we're gonna judge that. Alright, your turn again.
Alright. Going back in for another attack.
Alright. That is 13? That just hits.
Yes. Alright. Obviously 4 damage. And then I'm adding Divine Fury.
Yep. Five damage, yep. You already used Fury the Small.
Yep, so that's 9 total. Actually, no, plus 2 to my unarmed because I'm reached. So that's 6. That's 11.
Okay. You smash down with both your fists onto the head of this hyena, and it kind of falls down to the ground with a big old flop. Fatty flop. It starts, like, trying to get up. Then it starts vomiting up blood.
Ugh.
And then falls over dead. A bunch of the goblins are complaining.
Just gonna shadow like,
Hey! Shut up!
You killed Doggy! Bad!
And one throws like a wooden toy block at you.
Well, if Doggy had played nice, he wouldn't have to die.
I'm gonna go over to this little potato.
Okay.
Pick it up.
Hold on, I gotta refresh my map again because it's acting weird. Curse you,
I just hear
DDBN.
like a wooden like plunk as it like hits the top of Talon's head.
Yeah, you go over to like the spilled stew, pick through some of the potatoes. You find one that feels a lot harder than a potato. Then you hear something.
Eh?
The hyena's body's kind of like turned over onto its side violently.
Okay, I'm gonna ready an attack. I assume I still have like pockets, so I'm just gonna put this little thing in my pocket, and I'm just gonna turn back around to face this like hyena.
For the sake of this, I'm gonna let you keep your rage on. And you see, just bursting out of the belly of this beast, a bloody red clawed arm. And crawling out is a freshly born gnoll. The gnoll up in the stands. The gnoll up in the stands begins to howl in joy.
I
Read-
think I'm gonna be sick.
The Steel Shepherd proclaims,
Rejoice! The superior flesh has been born, thanks to our Lord and Master.
the goblins begin cheering.
Kill, 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 yeah!
Null begins crawling out. Dan's gonna charge you.
Fuck.
Yep, this is how
Yeah,
gnolls
that's
are
just-
born.
It's fucking gross.
Hey, I will link you a clip of it from Baldur's Gate. It is amazing.
Hey, I believe you. Fuck, what the fuck?
Alright, it's gonna attempt a rend attack. Its claws. 16, that hits.
Yeah, that hits. How
Alright,
much damage? Okay.
you take 8.
Okay,
That is that is max, so it's cut down half to 4.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
And it's gonna use its rampage. Immediately after dealing damage to a creature that is already bloodied, you're already injured. The gnoll moves up to half its speed, it's already next to you, and it makes 1 rend attack. So it's gonna make a second
Oh.
one.
Oh joy.
This is only once per day. Alright, that's a miss. It's still getting used to its limbs. It is now your turn.
Not for much longer, fucking bastard. I'm gonna swing and hit it.
Alright. Swing.
Alright, I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage. Oh, what is the damage?
Alright,
4.
4, plus 2, because I'm raging, so that's 6. Definitely hitting it with Divine Fury.
Yeah.
What is it with this dice just landing on 3 today?
Consistent.
Yeah, okay, fine. Consistent damage is better than inconsistent damage.
Yeah.
So 11 damage to this baby gnoll.
By the way, it's still taller than you. This is like a full-grown human adult size.
Well, I don't have Fury of the Small, so it doesn't fucking matter.
I know. I'm just mentioning it.
It's just,
Alright, next is the gnoll's turn. It's gonna rend at you again with its claws.
oof, that
11.
misses.
Alright. Yeah, it doesn't have any other actions. Your turn.
Alright. Swinging again.
Jesus Christ, come on, that hits.
Alright, 4 plus 2 raging, that's 6. I'm putting on some Divine Fury. And that's another 6. That makes it a 12.
How do you want to do this? God damn it.
You seen Transformers 1?
Yeah? Of course.
Yeah, I'm going to Sentinel Prime this baby.
No! Okay. You get like a spare bone, you knock it over onto the side, scattering it, sending it crawling into the floor. You grab into its fresh, thin back skin into the spine and begin ripping it in half in front of all these goblins, and they're all chanting, "Kill, kill, 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 kill!" They're excited. And the gnoll in the rust armor is just growling. As you split this gnoll in half.
Shoot, I gotta remember. Where was. Fuck, what was the name of the arena that Talon was from? Damn it, notes.
Let me look that up.
Because if not, I'll just have to like find
Hold
like
on.
your old account. 'Cause I know it's pinned there.
Nope, I have it. Galdrum.
Gale Drum. Yeah, as I'm like holding, as like split this baby Noel in half, I'm just gonna like yell out from the pit.
Hey, you fucks better not forget. I learned how to fight in another pit. I am from Geldrum. Don't ever fucking forget it.
Give me an intimidation check. You know what? No, performance, Mr. Gladiator.
Hey, look, I didn't hone my skills in the pits of Chaos, so Geldrum is the next best.
That was actually the inspiration for this little part of the dungeon. It's like, maybe he'll have his own, like, Pits of Chaos moment.
You said performance?
Yeah, performance. Because you're putting on a show.
Alright.
With advantage, too, because they love the
Because I was
gore.
gonna like,
Yeah, they love the gore.
come on. Let's fucking go, nat 20! Nat 20!
Kill! Kill!
Yeah, the baby goblins are loving it. Unfortunately, Mama Goblin is not. Starts bonking them all over the head to get them to settle down. You start a little bit of a riot with the goblin babies. The Steel Shepherd and the Knoll begin to walk away. As you have just killed their newest recruit. Move them off stage.
Out of here.
Even though they are emotionless, there is a sense of disappointment coming from them.
Alright, fun's over, you piss.
The Goblin Warriors hold up their chains once more.
You sure you want to still call me that?
I guess I'm gonna like go back over and just grab a hold of one of the chains to like get myself pulled out.
Yeah. One of the Hobgoblin Warriors has his longsword out. And the Goblin boss of the area has his weapons out as well. What is his weapons? Yeah, he's got like his scimitars out. Yeah, Daddy's taking you seriously. Alright, you're climbed out and you're brought up. Are you allowing yourself to be manacled once more, or are you going to resist?
I really could. Especially given the fact that, by all technicality, I am still raging.
It's been more than 6 seconds. Combat is over, also.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Also, these guys are heavily armored.
Yeah, and I don't, even with raging, I don't have enough health to, like, tank, like, slap. Like, I'm pretty sure they're, like, big slashing attacks, so...
A critical from them will knock you out, I know that.
Yeah, and I can't risk them searching my body.
Yeah,
so, I'm going to, yeah. Just gonna let out a sigh and just let myself be manacled again.
Alright. Clink, clink, clink.
I'm gonna give, like, the boss goblin a side eye as I, like, smirk at him.
Okay. What's your intention with that?
Just intimidation. Just like, I killed your dog. And the little dog's baby, too.
Wasn't his dog.
It doesn't matter. It killed it. And that's what she's happy about.
Okay.
Everyone's constantly like, hey, don't die, don't get yourself killed. It's like, look who's doing the killing.
Alright. Take you out and throw you back over here. gets it back up. Oh, I can finally erase this annoying splotch that's been here. There we go. And move the camera
I didn't
back.
even know there was a splotch.
Yeah, no, there's a big ol' annoying little Skechers logo there. Made out of the fog of war. Alright, you come back. Not much has changed, however the kobolds don't seem to be where they normally are. They've moved into where the orcs are. Well, were. Silence hasn't really moved.
Yeah, assuming that I'm still covered in blood and gore,
Oh
I'm
yeah!
gonna make my way I'm gonna make my way over to the pool and like clean myself off.
Alright, as you go over there, Silence slaps your hand before you can touch the water.
Ah, what?
He grabs like a rag, dips it in, and tosses it to you. Everyone's drinking water.
Oh, fair enough.
Just gonna wipe myself down with the rag
Alright.
as best I can.
Did you get
Can I
it?
at least take... Yeah, I got your rock. Can I at least get a drink?
Now that you're clean, sure.
Yeah, just go over, like, dunk my head into, like, the pool, just taking big gulps of water.
Alright.
Ah, I needed that. Anyway,
And I'm gonna, like, reach into my pocket and pull out what appears to be a little hardened potato.
here. I think this is what you were looking for.
He takes it, plucks it from you, gets a rag and begins, like, polishing it. And you see a somewhat fist-sized ruby. This will work fine. And he's gonna begin over, making his way over here. And he's gonna get to work.
Well, since they're not really using them anymore, I'm just gonna lay down on these little empty sacks.
Yeah, no, these are kind of yours at the moment. They're not great sacks. They're like burlap sacks.
It's
There's also some like
better than the
moldy
cave
food.
store.
Yeah, there's some like moldy food in a couple. They toss those away.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a short rest here, or are you gonna nap or sleep? What do you want to do?
Let's see. Definitely gonna take a short rest. So now I've used up 3 of my 4 short rests.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Not
okay.
bad. Not bad. Little over half health.
Mhm. As you're resting, it takes like a couple hours for you to rest. Eventually, Silence and the kobolds do come back at this little sort of huddle. They kind of huddle around this pond here. And he has a small bag and begins to open it. And he pulls out a small little toy bird with a large beak on it. Seems to be made of pieces of hardened leather and other scrap metals that he was able to find down here.
Huh, good thing I got the pickpocketed and got the screw from under the bed.
Yeah, that was smart.
She's learning. Talon's just gonna like get up and look over. It's like,
Cute.
I think I'll call it laser.
Yeah, that sounds like a good name for him. Laser.
He's then gonna walk over here and just gently place it into the water. And it's gonna start swimming up the water stream and out of the cave.
Convenient.
He then quickly asks you,
Do you know of anyone who can help nearby?
I have a friend. I don't know how much help she can be right now, but her name is Dylan. He's been quite helpful, and she's a good friend of mine. Maybe Bird can help her out, or at least let her know that I'm still alive, I guess.
Is this Dylan outside?
Oh, no, not outside. Never mind then. As far as I'm aware, the only people that could be outside are the rest of my group.
What do they
Anyone
look like?
begins to close his eyes and try to focus. You've seen Mekar do this before.
Okay. Well, one's a half-orc. Wears a big, burly coat. Next guy is a Goliath. Has a mask on his face. Pretty tall, pretty lanky. Let's see. The other one is... Nightwolf is an elf, right?
Shifter.
Shifter, okay. Last one is a shifter. White hair. Looks like a douchebag. And the last one, small little blue cobalt. Yeah, the fact that most kobolds aren't blue, kind of hard to miss them. Light blue, specifically.
Rumble was about to raise his hand, but then he lowers it back down as he's a bit of a darker blue.
I had a feeling one of them was blue. That sounds like light blue. And also, I was like, oh wait, the Dragonborn's blue, so it's like I should probably be a bit more specific.
Yeah, he's a bit dark blue with something like purple on him.
Bluish purple, indigo. That's the color for it, indigo.
Yeah.
The color between blue and purple. A lot of people forget about indigo. Kind of sad.
Except makeup artists. They never stop talking about it.
Yeah, I remember those days. Back in theater. It's like, no, it's an indigo blue. It's like, no, it's a pastel blue. It's like, shut the fuck up, it's blue.
It's not pink, it's salmon. Thank you very much.
It's
But
not
yeah.
salmon, it's hot pink.
No, it's flamingo.
magenta.
Silence registers your information, opens his eyes once more, and you hear,
Hopefully Laser will find someone who can aid us. For now, we wait and try to live. And if not, those who come after will be saved.
Have you told Silence your
Yeah.
name yet?
No, I haven't.
What's
Name's
your
Talon,
name?
by the way.
Pleasure, Talon.
Is your actual name Silence, or?
No. That's just what people around here call me. I've been here 2 years.
Well then, let's make sure it's not a year longer. What's your name?
It's not mine anymore.
How can your name not be your name anymore?
I gave it up when I joined the cult of the Dragon Queen. She has since abandoned me. Thus, it is no longer my name.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't thought about what I can do after leaving, if at all.
Well, you seem to be good with tools and knickknacks. There's a town where there's a town where I have my base of operations, as it were. Hamil, Daw'l. Probably head over there. Probably put in a good word for you. Lots of
Maybe.
guilds over there that mess with knickknacks.
Maybe. I was told to infiltrate that city. I used to be a spy, but now I have no one. Except
And he eyes over towards the kobolds.
them.
Well then, if you don't mind, let's add one more to the roster. And I'm gonna hold out my hand.
Alright. He shakes your hand with his index, middle, and thumb. His hands are very big compared to yours.
Yeah.
If
We'll
I
get outta
don't
here.
make it, help them live at least.
He turns over to the kobolds.
Oh fuck, I just realized what their names are and who this is supposed to be.
I don't know why it clicked just now.
Silent superior. Ceridian's inferior.
I'm like, wait. I'm just like, huh. Okay, he's like, he was in a pit before. Not much of a talker. He has 4 little kobolds following him. It's like, wait, Frenzy, Rumble, Bird, and Crank.
And
Rumble,
And a
The-
familiar named Laser.
familiar name Laser. I'm guessing Crank is for like Rat Bat.
I honestly forgot the name of that one.
Is it Laserbeak, Bird, Laserbeak is for the familiar. Ravage, Rumble, Frenzy. There was another Condor. I can't remember the name of it.
I think that
And
one's
then
an
there was, like,
Autobot
Rat
one.
Bat. It was like a yellow Condor.
Yeah, I think that one's part of Blaster's team. But yeah, anyways, you got the joke. I thought you were gonna beat up this guy at one point. That was my initial thoughts.
Nah. Because that's the thing, he wasn't hostile to me. I'm not gonna go beat up someone that's, not
Well-
hostile.
Well, he also said to beat up the biggest guy around here, and that's him.
Honestly, I kind of thought it was the orcs. I was like, that's why I was like, huh, kill two birds with one stone.
Alright,
Okay,
you've made
so-
friends with Silence and his little minions.
Alright then.
I also thought you might figure it out next session or something. Because currently he's naked. I was like, shit, how do I portray Soundwave without clothes? And I thought,
Oh, no, I
oh,
was like, I
right,
just-
the little shits he has. I just made a bunch of kobolds.
Yeah, it's like, hey, like, make sure that these guys make it out alive. And it's like, as I'm just looking at them, their names just like,
Something
like ding ding ding
ticked.
ding ding. Oh, nice. Now I have to get him out alive.
Certainly try.
I'll try. It's like-
Yeah, we've
like-
been going for almost 4 hours, and you did manage to do something that can influence the party. How would you like to take a stop here for the day?
Yeah, that works.
Alright.
I also gotta get ready for work soon anyway.
Yeah, no, sure. This was fun.
Honestly, yeah. Sucks that D&D Beyond was being a little fucky-wucky, but
Eh.
overall, this was it was pretty entertaining.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the recording now.
Alright.